Hello all, this is Aaron the Web Guy and
Alexie Aaron.
And this is the Alexie Aaron podcast. And this is a special edition, if you will, because it is coming out to promote a new book that is coming right on the heels of your last one.
Yes.
So, with that being said, there won't be spoilers for the series, but there might be allusions to things. But don't worry, this is very much a standalone book. And what's the name of this book?
The book is called Sid.
Book is called Sid. Okay, so before we get into all that, how's summer been treating you?
Rotten.
Rotten, huh?
Yes, that's why I'm hoarse.
Hoarse, yes. You had a little bit of difficulty with your throat and such.
Yes. Yeah, I've had a couple procedures.
Mm-hmm. So, I had to convince her to come do the podcast thing with me because I talk all the time, but she hasn't been talking so much. She's just been writing, right?
Yes.
Lots and lots of writing. So, when it comes down to it, now don't worry, in spoilers, like we said, this is a self-contained story, but Sid is a haunted series book, but it is not the main storyline.
Right. It doesn't move the haunted series plot lines forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like a spin-off book, or it'll run. Hopefully, if we do make a series out of it and you do like it, it'll coincide, it'll run beside it.
Parallel.
So, parallel.
Okay.
Like, for instance, if you had a friend who's never read the Haunted series, they could start with Sid and they'd be fine.
That'd be fine. They wouldn't be missing anything.
No.
Okay, so
everything is explained, Sid's explained again.
Right. So this is the Frasier to the Cheers.
That's true.
There you go. Frasier was I watched Frasier. I didn't watch Cheers. I'm not that old. Was Cheers any good?
Cheers was very good.
Oh, okay.
And thank you for outing my age.
Oh well. if we're planning a release of the book around your birthday, some people might do the math.
Oh, jeez.
So the idea is that this is same universe spin-off, and let's describe. We keep mentioning Sid. I know Sid is a Final Fantasy reoccurring Final Fantasy character from video games. Who is Sid, and who are the heroes of our story?
Sid is the best friend, Sid Garrett is the best friend of Ted Martin. He originally showed up in the book Darker Than Dark. He was delivering some equipment. I think it was a van or something of Peeps he was delivering, mm-hmm. and he stayed.
And he stuck around.
He stuck around.
Everything.
Basically moved himself in and hasn't paid any rent since. I know some people like that.
That's really funny. That seems coincidentally what I've done.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to see this whole thing might be disparaging about me. I don't know. No, but okay. So we have Sid Garrett, and he also there's other characters that are new to the franchise, if you will.
Right.
And
Sid Garrett basically has decided that he'd like to build his own house. And he doesn't want to go to his friends to ask for that kind of money.
The Peeps and
basically the Martins, Mia Martin and Ted
Roger.
Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So he's contacted his friend Jesse Holden to help find him a carpentry job or a contractor job on a site that's going on during the summer, because he's taken a little leave of absence away from Peeps to earn some money.
Well, everyone needs to every now and then.
Yeah.
So I suppose and also now I believe there's a boss.
Right. Jesse sets him up with a replacement carpentry job on a site of a 1920s mansion down south. The project is being run by a young woman named Kiki Pickles.
Kiki Pickles. Now that sounds like a character I named in my old Super Nintendo days when I was a kid. I like it. Simple. Pickles was her favorite food.
Oh.
Anyway, Earthbound shout out. But so Kiki, and she is so basically it's interesting because before the books with Mia as the main character starting out, this is now, would you say that this is Sid's story?
This is Sid's book. This is not a Mia book.
Not a Mia book.
This is not all about Mia.
Oh, okay.
And for those later that are going to complain and say, oh, it's all about Sid. This is what you're getting.
Oh, there you go.
It's all about Sid.
So it's Sid's story, and it's Sid perhaps assembling his sort of thing. So the basic plot outline that you gave us already, it is natural to say that this is the Haunted series, that perhaps there's something more going on. Is there any little sneak peek you can give anyone?
Well, basically Sid arrives on the site, and during maybe the first 5 minutes he's there, something happens that it makes it very, very let me put it this way. He realizes that perhaps there's a paranormal element that sometimes shows up when you renovate a very old building.
Ah, okay, all right. So we want to keep it nice and mysterious. We don't want to give away the story too much, but
right.
Because so it gives you an idea of what's going on. Now, would you say that now that since this is Sid's book, this is Sid's story, would you say that this is a little bit about going a little bit more about the basics, because he doesn't have the extraordinary powers of certain people who've been involved in the Haunted series?
You see, basically with Haunted series, the reason why a lot of the storyline would escalate maybe more into the fantasy realm is because if you have characters such as Mia, who can do things, extraordinary things.
Extraordinary things, yeah.
Basically, she's just not going to like scream when a ghost walks into the room. She's probably heard the person. She probably knows where they live and talked to his grandfather. But so in this case, there were a lot of people that wanted me to get back to a good old-fashioned haunt.
Yeah.
And Sid's only ability is because
carpentry.
No.
Oh.
Sid actually has extraordinary hearing, and this came from him being blind, almost blind, for his whole childhood.
Oh, okay.
So he can hear. Let's say you don't want to be within 100 yards of Sid because nothing will be a secret.
Okay. That's pretty cool. So has his own little bit of a superpower. But we're not talking Daredevil. We're talking just slightly enhanced.
Yes. Well, we're talking this basically the things that happen in this book could be solved and could be taken care of by any one of you.
Oh, okay.
It's the human element. It's things that everyday people can take care of. Maybe yes, you might consult with somebody that knows more about X and Y, but basically it's up to Sid and this crew of contractors to see this mansion through its renovation. And
because it's running parallel to the Haunted series, it's entirely possible that some other people can't just be like, yeah, I'm coming over and taking care of that.
Well, there's reasons why you wouldn't see. For instance, I can't say why Mia wouldn't show up, because if someone's not read book 19, spoiler.
There we go.
So, but basically, he would feel free to, like we all would, like we would call. I'd call my mother if I wanted to know how to make a really good potato salad.
There you go.
Sid may call Mia to how to deal with a certain problem or what her suggestion may be. But that's the only influence. You're not going to get a whole lot.
So what you're saying is that we can expect some Haunted series character cameos and maybe more?
Yes.
Okay. So because it's all part of the same universe.
It's part of the same universe, but it is not a Mia-driven book.
Okay. That's okay. Great. So we described our heroes. You kind of gave us a bit about the main story.
You want me to tell you what they look like?
Oh, well, there you go. Sure.
Okay.
Let's start off.
Sid Garrett basically resembles pretty close to an actor called Brandon Routh. He played Superman.
Oh, and he's now the Atom on Legends of the CW Legends of Tomorrow. Originally started on Arrow.
Yes.
Superman Returns.
Yes.
Brandon Routh.
But he's maybe a little younger version of him. But basically, he's got the dark coloring, the beautiful brown eyes, muscular because of his crafts. You know, he is a carpenter. He uses his arms.
Oh,
so
okay.
He's good looking. And then his friend Jesse Holden is blonde in contrast to Sid's brunette. He's blonde, and he's your every guy.
Every man.
Yeah. You know, He might not be sporting a beer gut, but he's an everyman gut.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the female character that
Kiki Pickles, their boss in this book. She is multiracial. She's half Chinese, half, I guess, with pickles, with the name of Pickles.
I'm not sure what part.
She's a good looking, and she's also one half a set of identical twins.
Okay, that's interesting.
But you will not see the other twin in this book, but she will be mentioned.
Okay. But hey, we got lots of fun mix-ups. I can think of lots of fun things there that can happen from that.
Think Joan from Elementary.
Watson. Her name, the actress's name is escaping me. She was in Charlie's Angels. She was in...
And Ally McBeal.
Yeah. Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu. Yes, I love Lucy Liu.
Okay.
But again, Kiki Pickles has a different personality. I just thought...
Somebody changed that name in Ellis Island.
Well, Sid is not giving anything away. Sid swears that she must, when he first heard her name, that she must be in witness protection, because who would go around with a name like that?
That's true. Well, that's a little conspicuous, yes. For sure. So, really what I guess the big question is with the same universe, but a new story, and the Haunted series, the main series, without saying spoilers, has really ratcheted it up.
Right.
So, why go and do a standalone potential series, a parallel series now?
Actually, many readers have requested a more. Let's get back to basics. Basic. If you can get back to basic in a paranormal investigation.
Sure.
When I started the Haunted series, it was listed under Ghost because that's all Amazon and Barnes & Noble had for titles and headings, except for horror, and it's not that horrific.
Right.
But basically, I was writing a paranormal investigation book, and paranormal will take you from a poltergeist right on up to demons and angels and whatever. So I didn't go off my particular story arc at all. But a lot of people, they feel more comfortable if we stay within what goes bump in the night.
Right. Okay.
But yet keep the same humor, keep similar banter. Obviously, these are different pairs of people together, and keep it light. Keep it light.
So maybe it was a little bit about back to basics and keeping things a little lighter, because obviously when the stakes get raised in the main story, it's easier to find levity with a new set of characters or new people.
You get to know new people.
Get to know people better.
And find out what makes them tick and what scares them. And
right. Well, because the main story for the Haunted series has got I believe we discussed it, that out of characters that are all the time around or being mentioned is 12
pretty consistent
pretty consistent characters,
and maybe 15 characters that circle around them, and then pulling out within the 19 books and the 4 novellas, we're talking 396 characters.
That is more than 6,
and that's ones that actually are described and have voice.
So they'd be a named extra.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well, that's great. So really, I guess the big question here is that we just released the 19th Haunted series book.
The Long Game.
The Long Game, thank you. That was it a month ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Just under.
So I guess the good news would be is that we are hoping to have Sid be available
next week. So we're talking the first week of July is what we're hoping for it. Right around my birthday.
Right around your birthday. That's right. So if Alexie seems extra sauced on the 6th of July, you know why. Because anyway, but
in a sense, this is a gift for myself.
So it's a gift for yourself.
Or, for instance, in certain cultures, Great Britain is one of them, when you have a birthday party, you give the meal and you give the party for your friends, even though it's your birthday. In the States, we're used to the other way
Other
around.
way around, yeah.
So for my birthday, I'm going to give you a book.
Oh, there you go. So very much so.
Not free.
Well, certainly because.
But not a lot of money.
Well, that's the thing. It's the first book
It's the first book,
yeah.
and it's for you to take a look at. I know you're going to like it. I really liked it.
And will you say that, and because of the standalone nature of this, you would say that this would be the perfect book that, let's say you have a friend that you really like the books. If you're listening to this podcast, you probably really like the books, but maybe someone's not like, 19 books, really?
I don't want to start at the beginning.
And this would be a place where someone can start in.
Yes.
And they're not going to be spoiled in the main storyline.
No.
There we go. Okay. So it's another starting point, another new adventure.
It's like a branch of a tree.
A branch of a tree. Okay, another branch. And obviously, I will say this. I can't, like I said, we're being very careful on spoilers for the new book. Want to be a surprise for y'all. But I will say that I, myself, Aaron the Web Guy, definitely mentioned something, and I was adamant, like, this is a great idea I had, and da-da-da-da. And Alexie was just like, for what? A couple of days. But then 3 days after I said it, I was like, so I da-da-da-da. And I was like, yes!
Well, you made a suggestion for a character in the book.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And your original suggestion was dumb.
Oh, okay. It was a template.
But it had merit.
It was a template. Okay.
It had merit.
Do you hear this? This is how I get treated.
But it had merit.
It had a little bit more merit. Okay.
And you'll see that character in this.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's I think we've given a lot of good teases here.
Oh, it's a fun book.
It's a fun book.
But there is life and death situation.
Okay.
I don't write an ordinary ghost hunt. I don't do it. I don't have a bunch of drunk teenagers running around.
So we're not going to Crystal Lake for Jason movies?
No.
I believe it's Crystal Lake. I'm not very good at my horror movies.
No, but that's fun. That's fun for the people, and that's somebody else has done that.
Yeah.
I try to write something that's intelligent. In this case, I'm putting Sid in charge, and everything he's learned and everything he can glean from his friends. He's going to use in this.
So would you say that Sid himself is like, because he's been around, he knows things, but he doesn't exactly know he knows the theories and maybe not the application, something like that.
Well, Sid has had the enviable position of either being stuck behind a camera or in the command center and watching everybody else have all the fun. It might keep you safe. In one case, one book, it did not keep you safe. But he didn't get to be the shining star.
So, and it's time for a male main character, which is is this your first main male character?
Yes.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yes.
That's cool.
And when I was thinking about, in fact, I questioned the readers who they'd like to see spun off.
Really?
And they gave me a couple of people, and I decided that the reason I went with Sid Garrett is he's the most underutilized character. He's always there.
So, yeah.
He's been nicknamed the wife because he takes care of all the cooking for both Ted and Mia. He's got Ted's back. He's always there, but we haven't been able to see what Sid can do on his own. And hopefully in this book you'll be able to really get to what makes Sid tick. Right.
Okay. So the idea is that he's got,
and he's available, ladies.
Oh, and he's available. An important distinction. Yeah. But there's a lot that you can fill in because it hasn't been hasn't been decided already, right?
Right. Right.
All right. This got to be a lot of fun for you.
So if you want this book to continue in a series, please be vocal about it after. You know.
And if we you decided that the title of the book is
Sid.
Just Sid. Simple.
Because it's Sid. It's his book. He wanted a book. I gave him a book.
Gave him a book. He wanted it.
Oh yes.
Okay.
My characters bother me.
They speak to you. They
yes,
speak to you. Trust me, folks. I've been hanging out with her. And I've seen it where it's just like, you are not paying attention right now to anything I'm saying because her eyes are just like all over somewhere else, and she's still writing the books.
I'm caught in that universe.
You're caught there.
Yeah.
But that's great. Okay, so to kind of wrap things up, standalone book. spin-off book. Now, that is not to say that you're not hard at work at the main haunted series.
I am a quarter of the way through
the rough draft.
The rough draft of book 20. It doesn't have a name right now.
It doesn't have a name.
But I've got the first story done.
Okay, so the idea is that
now my books, you've probably noticed, or if you're new to this the series, I usually have maybe 1, 2, 3. I think I had 4 at one time. Complete stories within the story.
Right.
And it's rare that I will have a long story arc like I did, which finished in the long game.
Okay.
But this in this case, Sid is a standalone book. Originally, I was going to write a novella, but there was
too much.
So much
kept coming, kept pouring out
to talk about.
And my great idea, which was a great idea.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
It is a great idea.
So it's a great character. You really like this character. As far as it goes, it is a little longer than a novella. It is not as long as the long game. So I'm not pricing it high. Take a look at it.
Yeah.
And if you love it, let me know, and I will continue to write, because Sid is a character that you can take away, and I do bring him back. Everybody was a little frightened that I was going to take him out of Peeps, unless I kill him in this book.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember at the moment. I'm so much in book 20. So.
Okay, so I think at the moment, at the very least, you're gonna have to check this out to find out whether or not you George R.R. Martin them.
Well, no, I'm not that cruel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds really great. So once again, we're looking forward to this being your birthday gift for your birthday, but to all of your readers. And it's very important that you guys let us know here at AlexieAaron.com how you enjoy it, because you just want to see, obviously, if that's something that you guys want to see more of, then it helps Lexi know what to do.
Right. The book is called Sid, and it's a Sid Garrett PI series.
And PI stands for
Paranormal Investigator.
Not personal.
A private eye. Private investigator. No.
Yeah. No. Okay. Well, it sounds awesome. So really, I think that about wraps it up. Is there any other things I'd like to tell everyone we're on the podcast? Got there?
Oh, thank you very much for everybody that wrote me comments and reviews and left me messages. I really appreciate it. Writing is such a solitary thing. I can be in a house. The Bliss Cottage has 4 people in it, but I still walk around like I'm the only one here. That's not necessarily a good thing. But by you telling me and give me your support, that's why you get original stories. The reason why I work very, very hard that you don't get the story from 3 books ago. There's no formula.
You try to shake it up as much as you can.
Well, it is what interests me too. I try to also throw in a little bit of nice philosophy in there, just kind of sneak it in under the entertainment, and hopefully I'm keeping you entertained and happy.
Oh, great. Well, a big shout out and thank you to everyone who's been reading the books, and especially the ones who are giving some feedback, constructive criticism, as you say, and such.
In the future, if you find a mistake, message me and don't post it on my wall or Amazon. I'd appreciate it.
Private message versus...
Yes, a private message is better than me banging my head on the desk. Like 400 million people read my mistake.
Right. I understand. I wish more people did that to me.
Because I appreciate it. Thank you very much for pointing it out. But a private message would be better.
Right. Because I know when I make a mistake, it's just like, that's just written there, like you screwed up. It's like, darn it. So everyone knows. Okay, well, thank you very much from all of us here at AlexieAaron.com. And you can look forward to Sid being in the first week of July. The hard release date is, we want to make sure it's done right, so we're just going to say.
Well, I'm going to say you probably can see it on July 6th, but if it gets done earlier, I'll announce it here. And I'll also announce it on Facebook. Okay. So you heard it straight from the writer's mouth, writer's pen. And I hope you love it. I loved writing it. You really enjoyed this one. I could tell. You seemed like you were very much... this is icing for me. This is the candy. This is the candy. Yeah, this wasn't hard. You didn't have to manage as much, if you will. Oh, it was more. It came to me.
Came to you. There we go. That sounds wonderful.
Sid is a wonderful character to work with.
Well, that's great. Okay, well, once again, thanks again for from everyone here at Alexie.com, and let us know what you think in comments, either on the YouTube page / in the comments on Alexie.com for this post. Let us know what you guys think, and let us know when a Sid comes out what y'all think of it. We're very interested to know. Okay, so take care and
be happy.
Be happy. All right.
Enjoy your summer.
Enjoy your summer.
Post pictures of your vacation.
Oh, okay. So you can imagine that you're leaving.
And if you see, yes, so I can imagine I have one. If you see any great pictures of old derelict buildings, post them.
Ooh, okay.
I have a wonderful young lady in Great Britain that has given me a lot of good inspiration.
Okay, well, you heard it. So go to the most dangerous places you can think of.
No.
Dilapidated buildings.
No, stand outside them.
Oh, wait, we don't get sued. Right.
That's true. No.
Don't enter the haunted houses, please.
Yes, you can. If you're a Facebook person, post them to my page. If not, send them to alexieaaronbiz@gmail.com.
Okay, well, there we go, folks. Okay, well, we like to ramble a little bit, but thank you again, and I just gotta say, take care, everyone, and as you said, be happy. See y'all later.
Life is good.
Bye-bye.